Well, hello there, my Sagittarian collective sun, moon, rising signs. Welcome to your What Do I Need read for this full moon to new moon next. Please pardon my laughter. The second I hit go, record on the camera, my cats decide to just tear apart their scratching post, and it's right in front of me, and they're so freaking cute. So that might have been that noise you were hearing in the background. What is it? Spirit interference? No, it's cats destroying something they're allowed to destroy. Welcome to your What Do I Need read this full moon to new moon next. I am your reader, Mark Angelo Lyons, Mal for short. President of DrawingTheCircle Productions since 1998. Professional witch, professional intuitive, and actually in a very, very good mood and ready to read you. You Sagittarius have gotten some really good reads over the past few months. I've really enjoyed reading Sagittarius. You know, you notice certain trends, and you know, I've always had good relationships with Crabby asses. Don't know why, just always got along with them. I have no planets in Sagittarius. So, you know, it's kind of cool that way. If you are new to my channel, please do like and subscribe. I'm making my way to 1,000 plus subscribers, so I can do super live chat and then all the other stuff above that. I want to do that too, but you know, one step at a time. I am a Virgo. And I'll even do once a month on super live chat. I will be doing Drunk Tarot once a month for a couple of months. There's a video I just made last night about that in the description box below, so go check that out. And then like and subscribe and tell your friends, because I'm a fucking hoot. Let's get down to business. This is a general read. Please check your other signs. Don't try and make it fit. These are puzzle pieces. That's why I always do at least Sun, Moon, Rising when I do a zodiacal series, particularly with the What Do I Need reads, which I've been keeping very lunar, right? New moon to full moon to new moon. For at least Sun, Moon, Rising, so you can get some puzzle pieces with the waxing and the waning. In this case, the waning, and not just the waning, the last dark moon of not just 2019 but of the decade. And the dark moon is the 3 days before the new moon. New moon is the 26th, so that means yes, the 23rd, the 24th, the 25th of December. Dark moon with the family for the holidays. Great fun. So yeah, I'm going to be traveling. I'm going up to Saratoga to see my family. We're used to each other. Lovely. Really, really looking forward to the getaway. So good to know, right? We're going to get you some coordinates to look at to help you with all of that. If you are new to the concept of What Do I Need read is exactly that. Going to the divine and saying, hey, I know what I usually got to do. I know it's usually on the menu, you know, day to day, right? But what do I need? You tell me, what do I need, right? Because when we know that we don't know, it just feels like the divine like takes us more seriously when we are well aware that we really don't ultimately know what we need all the time, if ever. So to come forth with humility, right? Not embarrassment, not humiliation, but humility to say, okay, well, what do I need? Sort of like pulling a tarot card a day, or an oracle or a totem or a rune, you know, every day. Sort of like that, but with a bit more specific intention. Like, what do I need? So we're going to do that. We're going to have a look. Only 5 cards. 1 card from 5 different decks. All the decks are in the description box. I really, really make sure my description box is on point every time I start a new series. This one even has the link for my book, Words of Grace, which I just dropped the price down $10 just for the month of December. Words of Grace from a Professional Witch. From $24.95 to $14.95. Go check it out. And just go to my website. The reviews are on there. They're really, really good. It's a great book. Wrote it last year. Saved my fucking life writing that book, and it seems to help a lot of people. So get it for yourself. $14.95. Get it for yourself. Have it on your thing. You'll see. It's a brilliant book. What else? Oh yeah, please remember to breathe. The breath is so important. The breath is so important. I'm finding, you know, one of the first meditative processes I ever studied was following the breath. Like in fucking, what, high school, reading creative visualization, Shakti Gawain, and all that stuff back in the 80s, right? I graduated in 86. So, you know, to come back to that now at 51, just be like, breathe in all the chi, the prana, the grace, the information, the guidance. Out on the breath comes the guidance of the reading. You stay in sync with your breath. We're all breathing the same prana, the same chi, the same life force. So you literally get to breathe in the same energy that I'm bringing through the reading with. Cool? So you'll hear me say throughout the reading, breathe. That's usually because my guides are feeling my energy tense up. They're like, breathe, kid, breathe. Cool. So let's do this. Let's get up in this gig. Take a deep breath. Oh, here we go, my Saggies. Please, my collective pantheons of angels, goddesses, gods, masters, and the higher selves of all involved. Please, 1 Caroline Mace archetype to represent the dominant archetype for this Sagittarian collective sun, moon, rising sign. The dominant soul power that they are to alchemize from lead to gold from this full moon to new moon next, December 2019. Please, my pantheons, what is their dominant archetype within themselves or that they are dealing with in general? And we've got the Storyteller, another archetype card that came up, I think, the last time I used these, which was in the past series, I'm pretty sure. So I've been noticing certain dominant archetype cards, and considering how many of them are in the deck, it's like we're getting the same 12 over and over again. We will come back to this. The Storyteller in its light is entrancing and wonderful, and in the shadow, horrible and manipulative and destructive. So we'll get back to that. Let's get all the pieces of the puzzle on the table, because I could go off on that one. I mean, I taught archetypal dynamics in terms of witchcraft and spell casting and magic, miracles, and mysticism for years. You can go on my Vimeo channel, Vimeo on demand stuff, vimeo.com, DrawingTheCircle. But you can also go back on my back catalog and see a lot of the intros are on YouTube with links to the on-demand stuff. Storyteller, not my favorite. Have a touch of it myself, obviously. Most shamans, most spiritual teachers do. But let's ask the angels, right? A broader picture before we get all up in that lead and gold. And now we're having snackies. We tore up the thing, and now we're having crunchies. I love being a mother of 3. My angels, breathe. Please, 1 card in clarity for this Sagittarian collective sun, moon, rising sign. What do they need this full moon to new moon next? Considering we've got the Storyteller archetype, and it's a tricky time of year. Self-acceptance. Lovely. Okay, so that's at least something that you can do for who? Yourself. Self-acceptance. Now, I do have a little piece of insight on that, that it's okay to start with, I accept this about myself. I accept that about myself. But a more direct approach that I think actually works, at least for me, put your hand on your heart, seriously, and whatever comes up, just say, it's okay. It's okay. It's like, I'm weird. It's okay. It's okay to feel weird. It's okay to believe you're weird. It's okay to, maybe you are weird. It's okay. It's okay, right? It's like, I'm scared. I don't want to do that. It's okay to be scared of that. It's okay. It doesn't mean that you're going to be scared of that forever, but self-acceptance creates this breathing room around whatever's happening inside of you, right? Everybody wants everybody to accept them as they are, but have they really started with, it's okay. It's okay that this, or that it's okay to feel this way. This is part of it. I held somebody in my arms a couple of weeks ago going through a really horrible career thing. They actually quit their job screaming and yelling because it was just horrible and toxic. And the person like crumbled into my arms, and I just held him as a guy. I just held him. I was like, sweetheart, it's okay, of course. It's okay to feel this. My God, what you went through. And it's like he needed somebody to say that, because everybody else was like, how could you walk away from your job right before the holiday? And it was like, just to be that safe space. It's a lot of the work that I do in spiritual counseling, though I usually don't hug my clients, particularly if it's, video chat. But that we need to do that to ourselves, that self-acceptance. It's like, it's not like an award you give yourself. It's an ongoing process. It's not a once and done. It's okay. I want to cry. It's okay that you want to cry, but I don't want to cry in public. It's okay that you don't want to cry in public. We can go do this home in the shower. No one will need to know. Doesn't matter. You don't always have to deal with the emotion the second that it happens, but you do have to deal with it sooner rather than later, and that's okay. So just keep that in mind. Little tip. There's actually a bit about that in my book, Words Are Great. Not trying to overplug it, but it's true. Solar plexus stuff, right? The relationship with self-esteem. It's okay. It's okay. When your gut says, I'm going to fucking do that. It's okay. We don't have to do that right now. Maybe someday we will, right? Let's ask the gods and goddesses. Breathe. I always get good reads for you, Saggies. Don't know why. My gods and goddesses, please, 1 card in clarity for the Sagittarian collective. Sun, Moon, Rising Sun, what do they need for this full moon to new moon next? The end of the year, December 2019. A lot going on with family and holidays and work and end of year stuff. Feeling all of that in the air for this Saggy. So please help the hunter here. Help me, help them. One card in clarity, considering they've got the storyteller and the card of self-acceptance. What do they need? The Two of Pentacles, balance. Sure, grab the bull by the horns, but flip over it. Don't let it gore you. Keep your balance. Find your balance. You need balance. And geez, won't self-acceptance help that? Right? It's like, I feel like I'm out of balance. It's okay to feel out of balance. I don't know how to get back. It's okay to not know how to get back into balance. In that, you're giving yourself almost like an extra like centimeter of breathing room every time, so that the nervous system can de-escalate, right? Matt Kahn, brilliant spiritual teacher. Love him so much. Never met him. Don't owe him money. Right? Like, you have no business. He wouldn't know me from a hole in the wall. But he's the one who gave me that. He's such a radical acceptance thing. But he also says that the ego, for the most part, is a inflamed, overstimulated nervous system, right? So just okay, honey. It's okay to be overwhelmed. It's okay to be out of balance. It's being your own best friend. I know, my own best friend. Be your own best friend. It's totally a book like on feminism and self-empowerment, but it's like, for all of us, be that. Talk to that child. Talk to your nervous system, that you can come into balance. Of course you can. Now with the storyteller thing, that might very well be about, like, what are the stories that maybe you're not even telling people, but you're telling yourself. It's like, this is crazy. This is crazy. I can't keep doing this. I can't keep doing this. Now, let those voices be heard as well. It's okay to think that instead of them running the show, right? So this self-acceptance card seems to be very, very key to you finding your balance, but we'll go deeper into that storyteller. Oh, I have a feeling this one is going to make a difference. By the way, this is Healing with the Angels, Oracle, Doreen Virtue. This is Daughters of the Moon Tarot. I like to call out the decks. So, you know, to represent, right? Like, be cool about it. I'm using their systems. They're in the description box. I can mention it, too, for a couple of seconds. Chuck Spezzano, Love Pack, baby. Love Pack. Oh, love, baby. That is where it's at. Yeah. Please. That is such a habit now. I don't know. I can quit smoking. Can I not quit the Love Shack reference for this deck? Can we work on that? Oh, Ascended Masters of 80s Music. RuPaul and all. Please, my masters. One card in clarity. They're saying breathe. High voltage Sagittarius reading. You bet your ass breathe. Root chakra, baby. Please, my masters. One card in clarity for this Sagittarius collective Sun, Moon, Rising Sun for this full moon to new moon next. Storyteller archetype, self-acceptance, dealing with issues of balance, that they need balance. What say you? Oh, dear, 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 the villain. All right, we need to talk about this. The card of the villain. Now, the thing about the card of the villain is, it's always about choice. Now, here's this guy's got a damsel tied to the fucking train tracks, man. On Long Island, they'll kill you for that. Just slowing down the LIRR, man. They will hunt your shit down no matter what happens to that woman on the tracks. Don't bother. A villain, it's about what... Are you listening to your better angels? When do people become villains? When they are out of balance, when their immune systems get overtaxed, when their nervous system gets overtaxed, when they are doing too much and they lose their balance. Now, the question is, and again, we haven't even defined this one thoroughly, where do villains and heroes appear in stories, and in the stories in the news and in the stories in our heads? So really keep an eye on what are the harmful stories you're telling about the villains in your life. Is that your nervous system taking over? Because look, there's no question that there are people who cross boundaries and there are people who take more than they give. That's just how this world, this game is created. And during waning moon, that is the last thing you want to fucking deal with, but it is the holidays. Comfort and joy, comfort and joy. And if you're feeling more Grinch, more Scrooge than, oh, I don't know, Cindy Lou Who, pick your holiday reference. You know, that's fine. But really, that thing of self-acceptance, make sure that you are keeping yourself in balance with that, and not just loving self-speak, that self-acceptance of saying, well, that if I've been villainized, this is the time of year where I get to tell a different story about this. Now, not trying to contradict the voices of the pain. That's what the self-acceptance is there for. It is okay. I am so sorry this happened to you. How about saying that to the child? Or if you're gonna really identify yourself as the villain, it's okay to think it. It's even okay to feel it. But if you let it possess you, if it comes into your conduct, what you say and what you do, that's where things go really off the rails, out of balance, and you do something that not only you regret, but that is deliberate harm. Watch it. Now here's why I say this. I love my Sagittarians. Like I said, I can only think of ones I've been friendly with. Like I can't think of any Sagittarius that I've hated, right? That I didn't get along with. The thing is, though, is that you guys with your mouths, and I mean this with great love, that out of your mouth comes lightning, right? It's just like the truth there. That the impulse thing, that really make sure you keep an eye on your balance. Now, this is Two of Pentacles, that you literally watch your conduct, that out of balance you don't do something that you really regret in terms of being villainous. Now, one more card and we will look at that storyteller, and I have a feeling this will all click into place. Let me actually shuffle the deck. We got so excited there. Very intense story, particularly with the villain with the balance card and self-acceptance. Like that's a tricky recipe. So let's really, from the higher selves, please, I'm not fucking around. I never am, but breathe. I call upon the higher selves of all involved. No shit, Sherlock. Please, the higher selves of all involved, one card in clarity for this Sagittarian collective sun, moon, rising sign. What do they need? What is their whisper of love for this full moon to new moon next? Considering we've got the storyteller, self-acceptance, the card of balance, Two of Pentacles, the bull leaper with the card of villain. What say you, the higher selves of all involved? One card, please. Actions speak loudly. Express your love through your actions. I'm telling you. If this is you, now look, you know if you have a temper or not, then you really have to look at the story that you want to tell here with your very life. We're going back here. Shadow, light, lead, gold. Shadow attribute, making up tales that harm others. There you have it. What if it's a tale that you tell in your own head about somebody who stands in the way of what you want, or is not giving you what you want, or may have harmed you, victimized you, has played the villain? The stories that you make in your own mind, see, everybody thinks they're the hero until they're the villain, right? It's all about, yes, giving that voice, because the thing is, if you press it down, press it down, press it down, press it down, it possesses you. Repression is not a cure, right? But complete expression, not necessarily the right vibe either. Like, keep talking about it, feeding it. It's to go inside and talk to either the victim of the villain or the villain itself, because see, victim, victimizer, they are the same lead side of the victim archetype, the gold being victory, right? How do you overcome that? Self-estimation and boundaries. Self-estimation, honey, it's okay you feel victimized. Yes, that bitch, that see you next Tuesday, that asshole, how dare they? I am so sorry that someone tied you to the tracks or took away your options or whatever it is that they did. I am so fucking sorry, but enough of this sob story. I love you, right? Let's look at the light side of this, which this is, I think, the kicker that goes in with this self-acceptance. Ability to experience and express life through stories and symbols. Sweetheart, This is our Christmas story. It's more Die Hard this year. It's more intense. It is what it is, but I am here for you, and we do not have to play villain, and we do not have to play victim, because I am here for you. I am proud to parent this child in my heart. I am proud to be your guardian, and if there's somebody who every time of year pulls the exact same shit, well, this time we're going to keep ourselves in balance, and we are going to walk down a different road. Right? We see that. I know it's funny. I doubt anyone in my family ever watches these videos, but there is something funny about my family. It's gotten better as we've gotten older. All through Christmas dinner, Thanksgiving dinner, whatever it is, we're fine, we're lovely, until dessert and coffee hits the table. I don't know if it's an Italian thing, but that's when the stories and the claws come out, and it's humiliation fucking free for all. We're much better about it now, but what I started doing in my 30s was like, oh, dessert, I'll pick some up later, see you later, and would leave, right? And come back an hour or so later, and my mom would always have a little, plate or something put aside for me, right? It's like, I'm going to keep myself in balance. I don't need to expose myself, right? That's about being a guardian for the child of your heart. And then that actions speak loudly. Then you can really, it says it right on it, express your love through your actions, and maybe that is silently, right? Telling a story. Well, I don't know what their story is, but nobody ties anybody to a train track who feels loved. May they be blessed. May their story turn out better. May they rehabilitate from villain back to hero, because we all start out heroes on the journey. Heroes in the game, the hero's journey. Joseph Campbell. Do the research, my sweethearts, because our lives are stories, and archetypes and stories are grooves that we fall into unconsciously. And if we can kind of get in groove and play the story right, we don't have to keep replaying stories over and over and over again. Ask Carl Jung. Apparently he's on my spirit team. Well, my Sagittarian Sun, Moon, Rising signs, what a magnificent reading. You've definitely been warned, but I think in a really good way. And really, this card of self-acceptance and the stories that you tell in your mind, like, can you experience, like, what's your holiday story, right? Even if it's a recurring one, how can you find, and this is from Terry Pratchett, I think this is from Witches Abroad, one of my favorite Terry Pratchett novels, where with a story, you have to find the place where the story has a crack in it. You insert a butter knife and twist, right? Like, you make that tiny little choice and take, instead of the story riding you, you ride the story, right? Stories are parasitic, but not to a witch. Witch knows how to change the story, right? Just saying. Wonderful book, by the way. Highly recommend. Everything I really needed to know about witchcraft I learned from Terry Pratchett. I love you all so much. Thank you so much. May the Sagittarian Collective be blessed with all that they need for this full moon to new moon next and beyond, for the rest of 2019, to grow, to heal, to learn, to become the best that they can be and fulfill their roles in the divine plan. Self-acceptance be theirs, and may it be ours in the collective for all of life, and so it is. Thank you so much for watching. Please like, subscribe, share, hit the notification bell, the whole fucking 9 yards for me, because I am your witch and I love you. Mark Angela Lyons signing off and wishing you as ever, hail, farewell, and blessed be.